Right now, the United States government is releasing classified documents that prove some of the most controversial conspiracy theories were actually true. In 2025, federal agencies have finally declassified 7 shocking secrets they never wanted you to know. What you're about to discover will fundamentally change how you view government transparency. These aren't conspiracy theories anymore. These are documented facts released through official government channels. The Federal Task Force on Declassification, established in January 2025, has been systematically releasing documents that previous administrations kept locked away to protect reputations rather than citizens. The 2025 release of the final JFK assassination files revealed that multiple intelligence agencies possessed information about Lee Harvey Oswald's activities, but systematic communication failures prevented coordinated action that might have prevented the assassination. The CIA, FBI, and Secret Service each had pieces of intelligence about Oswald's movements and erratic behavior, but interagency rivalry prevented sharing critical information. Internal memos from 1963 and 1964 show agency officials discussing how to minimize their responsibility for security lapses. The Warren Commission was not given access to key intelligence reports that detailed surveillance on Oswald and missed opportunities to intervene. Perhaps most disturbing is evidence that officials chose to classify information to avoid public accountability rather than address the failures. The 2025 declassification revealed that government UFO investigation programs were far more extensive than previous admissions suggested. While the Pentagon acknowledged programs like AATIP, the newly released documents show these were just the public face of a much larger intelligence operation, studying unidentified aerial phenomena since the 1940s with hundreds of millions in annual budgets. The military has been tracking unexplained aerial phenomena through classified programs with code names like Project Blue Paper and Operation Skywatch. These programs involved coordination between the Air Force, Navy, CIA, and NASA, including active attempts to reverse engineer recovered materials and replicate observed flight characteristics that displayed technology far beyond known human capabilities. Internal reports describe objects that could accelerate from 0 to thousands of miles per hour instantaneously and make right-angle turns at high speed without slowing down. Military scientists documented these capabilities in detailed technical reports, while publicly maintaining that no such phenomena existed. The documents reveal recovery of materials with unusual properties that influenced current military technology development. The CIA's MK-Ultra mind control program, supposedly terminated in the 1970s, actually continued in modified forms well into the 1990s under different code names. Research into psychological manipulation, behavior modification, and consciousness alteration continued through programs like MK Search and the Cognitive Influence Research Initiative. These later programs focused on developing subtle methods of psychological influence for intelligence operations and population-level behavioral modification. The research moved towards sophisticated understanding of cognitive psychology, social influence, and neurological manipulation using electromagnetic fields, subliminal messaging, and carefully designed environmental condition. This research was conducted in partnership with major universities, medical institutions, and private corporations, many unaware of the ultimate intelligence applications. Researchers studying learning disabilities and memory formation unknowingly contributed to programs designed to develop interrogation techniques and decision-making influence methods. Evidence shows these techniques were tested on unwitting subjects through programs disguised as legitimate medical research in hospitals, schools, prisons, and mental health facilities. The research produced detailed manuals on psychological manipulation used to train intelligence operatives in extracting information, influencing behavior, and controlling group dynamics. Domestic surveillance programs operated by the NSA, CIA, and FBI were far more extensive than previous revelations suggested, monitoring communications, financial transactions, and daily activities of millions of Americans never suspected of criminal activity. These programs collected data on virtually every form of electronic communication and created detailed profiles of citizens' personal relationships and political beliefs. These surveillance programs began in the 1960s but expanded dramatically with digital communications and internet technology. By the 1990s, intelligence agencies could monitor virtually all electronic communications in real time and predict individual and group actions with sophisticated computer modeling, all without meaningful oversight from Congress or the courts. The surveillance data was used for political intelligence gathering, economic espionage, and personal blackmail operations. Intelligence agencies compiled detailed files on political leaders, journalists, activists, and business executives, sometimes using this information to influence political decisions, manipulate media coverage, and control business activities. The 2025 Declassification revealed extensive secret partnerships between government agencies and major corporations that influenced regulatory decisions, market outcomes, political campaigns, and media coverage. These relationships involved coordinated efforts to shape public policy and manipulate market conditions in ways that benefited both government objectives and corporate profits. These partnerships began during World War II, but expanded during the Cold War as intelligence agencies sought corporate assistance for overseas operations and domestic surveillance. By the 1970s, hundreds of major corporations were providing services to intelligence agencies, including cover for operatives, access to foreign markets, and assistance with domestic intelligence gathering. Major oil companies provided cover for CIA operatives while receiving intelligence about political developments affecting their business interests. Defense contractors shared technology with intelligence agencies while receiving classified information, giving them advantages in government contracts. Media companies cooperated with information operations while receiving exclusive access to government sources. Government agencies systematically suppressed scientific research and public health information that threatened major corporations and government programs. Federal agencies knew about serious environmental and health risks decades before public acknowledgement, but chose to classify this information to protect economic and political interests rather than public health. These cover-ups involved multiple agencies and addressed industrial pollution effects, consumer product safety, military operation health impacts, and environmental consequences of government programs. Government scientists repeatedly raised concerns, but were overruled by political appointees who prioritized other considerations over public health. Internal documents show government scientists documented serious health risks to communities from chemical pollution as early as the 1960s, but this information was classified to protect both responsible companies and approving government agencies. Communities suffering from increased cancer rates, birth defects, and health problems were never informed about known causes of their illnesses. Current government surveillance capabilities in the digital age far exceed anything previously possible. Intelligence agencies have developed the ability to monitor, analyze, and influence virtually every aspect of digital life, creating unprecedented opportunities for social control and political manipulation operating outside public awareness or democratic oversight. These capabilities include real-time monitoring of all internet communications, social media activities, financial transactions, and location data for virtually every person in America, and much of the world. Intelligence agencies can access this information without warrants through partnerships with technology companies, providing backdoor access to their systems and databases. Artificial intelligence systems can analyze patterns of behavior, predict future actions, and identify individuals for targeting based on digital activities and associations. These AI systems process billions of data points in real time to create detailed psychological profiles, predict political behavior, and identify opportunities for influence operations. Intelligence agencies have developed sophisticated methods for manipulating social media algorithms, search engine results, and online advertising to influence public opinion, political behavior, and consumer choices. These operations can target specific individuals or groups with customized information designed to change their beliefs, attitudes, and actions. So why is the government finally releasing these secrets after decades of secrecy? One factor is recognition that many secrets were becoming impossible to maintain in the digital age. Whistleblowers and investigative journalists were gradually uncovering pieces through leaked documents and persistent research. Government officials concluded that controlled disclosure was preferable to continued leaks they could not control. Another factor is the changing political landscape and recognition that public trust in government institutions has declined to where continued secrecy was becoming counterproductive. Internal memos discuss the need to rebuild public confidence through increased transparency, even if that reveals uncomfortable truths about past operations. These revelations have profound implications for every person watching this video and for the future of democratic governance. Understanding these secrets is about recognizing how power operates in our society and what that means for your personal freedom, privacy, and political participation. These revelations demonstrate that official versions of events are often incomplete or deliberately misleading. Citizens must develop skills needed to seek out independent information sources and verify official claims through multiple channels. The pattern of secrecy and deception shows that blind trust in government or corporate authorities is not compatible with informed citizenship in a democratic society. These secrets reveal the extent to which your personal information, communications, and activities are being monitored and analyzed by government agencies and private corporations that may not have your best interests in mind. Understanding this reality is essential for making informed decisions about privacy, security, and digital citizenship. Most importantly, these secrets demonstrate that transparency and accountability are not automatic features of democratic government, but must be actively demanded and defended by informed citizens willing to challenge official narratives and hold leaders accountable. The fact that these secrets are finally being revealed is evidence that sustained pressure from citizens, journalists, and activists can eventually force even the most secretive institutions to acknowledge uncomfortable truths. The choice you face is whether to use this information to become a more informed and engaged citizen who actively participates in democratic governance, or to simply consume it as entertainment and return to passive acceptance of official narratives. The future of democratic freedom depends on citizens willing to seek out the truth and act on what they discover. If this investigation opened your eyes to how much has been hidden from the public, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest revelations about the forces shaping our world.